Okay, says I'm live, so we'll wait for people to come in. Well, where is she? I'm right here, Kat. Hi there. Hi, Barbara Clark. Dee's on time. I'm on time too. Look, right now, 12 o'clock. Hey, Flo. Hey, Missy. So, yeah, it's going to feel like a kind of disjointed day, but there's a lot of stuff I got to show or talk about or do. So, I hope you guys had a great Easter. I did. I had a really good day. I didn't have to cook. I got a great meal, hung out with some little kids. So, yeah, it was a good day. Hi, Linda. Give Tim a hug. And today is April 1st, which is the end of the scavenger hunt. So I think it's 25. No, let me look before I say something stupid, which I will. 24 people have contacted me that they've finished. Oh, I've got two Lindas. Oh, no, Lena and Linda. Lena and Linda. Okay, I was going to say, how do I know which is which? Hi, K-Berg. So, yeah, and look at my cool charms. I put it on Instagram. Denise made those with resin, and her and Dee Dee sent them to me. Hi, Marguerite. Hey, Terry Brett. I think I haven't missed anybody. Hi, Ruth. Ruth got everybody in trouble at Dee Dee's this morning, losing her knitting or her crochet hooks and with her pens. That was funny though. Dee Dee's gonna have to go back and read it. Hi, Pam. Hey, Peggy. All right, this chat is moving fast right now. So, yeah. I like them a lot. I had to screw little things in the top of them. And I went to Hobby Lobby last Wednesday. I'll show you what I got there. And hi, Shelly. It wasn't as easy as I thought to screw those in, but I got it done. So that's all I care about. So, but I think they're cute. You were not to blame. Well, you started it, Ruth. Yeah, you got to read it later, Dee Dee, because it is kind of funny. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Ruth Edwards. Hi, Ego Brain. Ego Brain, I love that name. That I honestly wish I'd thought of that first. Or no, I would want mine to be big old fat Ego Brain. That's what I want to be. If you're not going to call me Queen, call me big old fat Ego Brain. Joyce, did I say hi? Hi, Vale. Hi, Nettie. All right, I'm caught up with chat, I think. So anyway, I do love my dominoes. And they'll live on the scavenger hunt book now, and we'll go over the scavenger hunt book in just a minute and do our drawing. I'm going to give everybody a good chance to get here. Ego ass. Cat and paste. I know. She's the one who's said hooker. I know. Hi, Evelyn. Welcome. I don't believe you've ever been here. These are some really nice ladies. And I try and behave fairly well. I mean, I'm not going to make any promises I can't keep. But, yeah. Hi, Sharon. So, yeah. I'm going to start by reading our daily snark, or daily bitch. How is yours so thin? Mine's like 3 inches thick and haven't finished. Well, I shove a lot of prompts. I'm going to go through them, but I shove a lot of prompts on one page. So I don't really need that many pages because I shove them all on one. There's cat and paste. Yep, cat and paste. It's all cat and paste fault. It usually is. If it's not cat and paste, it's Arlene. Arlene will get the whole chat going, and I just participate then. All right, so let's read some out of our snark calendar because I'm enjoying this a lot. We'll leave this right here. I'm scared to death to lose this list, you guys. It's the only one. I haven't done a duplicate, and if I lose this, I'm screwed. Totally screwed. Okay, the Daily Bitch. I wish I loved anything as much as my dogs. As much as my dogs love barking at absolutely nothing. Isn't that the truth about some dogs? Screw your extended warranty. How about you start making stuff that lasts? Now, if that isn't the truth. If I was in charge, which I wish I was, but yeah, that would be in the list. I may not be the brightest crayon in the tool shed, but at least I'm great at analogies. I want what everyone wants. If everyone wants a cheeseburger and a nap, I want what everyone wants. If everyone wants new pens and rulers, the only thing influencers influence me to do is roll my eyes and ignore them. Boy, if that isn't the truth. Yeah, totally made for me, right, Peggy? Every time I cook, I hear Gordon Ramsay telling me to F off. Truer words were never spoken. Okay, this is the last one. We learn from history that people don't give a damn about what they learned from history. This just cracks me up. I'm sorry. Just cracks me up. All right, we'll save some for next time. Let's stick that out there, get it out of our way. And then what have I been up to other than eating like a pig on Easter? I posted this. You guys know that I found this artist on Instagram called Art Salute Beginner. And there's something about her art that is just so intriguing to me. So much fun. This was my first one. And then I've done some more since then with the panels. And then this is the newest one. I don't know how long I'm going to be obsessed with these, but I have 2 more drawn up. So I like this blue one. She did a monochromatic one the other day, I think in green. But I like this blue one a lot. So aren't they fun, Terry? Terry's been doing them too. And I don't know, you get to use cool tools. You get to use your supplies. The end product is satisfying. So thanks, you guys. It is, Peggy. It's just so easy and fun, and the end product is so satisfying. So I am going to put these in a book here pretty quick. And then there's another one, and Terry Brett, who is my twin, started following her as well. And her name is Sendoodle, Sendoodle, Sendoodle. I'm almost sure it's hers. But she makes things that look like stone and are real 3-dimensional. You drew your first one, Missy? Good job. And there's also something really intriguing about this. Totally abstract, but I kind of did a mixture of the circles. I didn't do the panels. I mean, I could draw panels on there by now after it's done. But this is another really fun thing. Probably hard to see at a distance, but you can kind of see the shadows on each of the stones. This one took 1.5 minutes. But this was really fun too. So I'll probably be doing more of those. So that's really the art I've been doing. And then I did try and catch up and get at least enough of the scavenger hunt done where I can consider it done. But last Wednesday, when I had to leave Dee Dee's, we had a doctor's appointment up in Joplin. So after the appointment, which was so annoying because we were there for 2 hours to see the doctor for 5 minutes, but we did get his blood. So I guess that was worth it. But I was very annoyed. Oh my God. And when I told you guys when I left Dee Dee's, I said that, pray for the people I run into. Well, there was never anything truer spoken because everybody annoyed me that day. Everybody annoyed me. So yeah, I didn't hurt anybody, but honestly, my frustration level was through the roof. So I think I should just stay home more. Hi, Kimberly. People are getting just so rude, honestly. I could give you examples. But anyway, I did go to Hobby Lobby, and they did not have clearance stuff out in the aisles. But in the clearance section, I found this black liner permanent marker. And Dee Dee thinks these are the pens that she gave to Cameron when he wrecked his art. I hope that's not true. And this was not 75% off. It was 50% off. But my problem is I cannot walk past a cool pen on sale. There's something wrong with me, but I just can't. So I got these, and then they had this set of Pitt, and these are India ink, so they're definitely waterproof. And the last thing I need is another black pen. But look at me, here I am. And I've tested them a little bit, but I'll have to use them more. And then they had some of the alcohol markers, the Master's Touch alcohol markers on sale. And since I'm doing this kind of art, I did it with alcohol markers. I just thought I needed more, because I guess you can never have enough. So, and that was all I got at Hobby Lobby. There really wasn't much there. I was not necessarily impressed, but I have to say the store itself was very well organized. Everything was in its place. It wasn't a big fat mess, which drives me crazy when I'm shopping. So that's why I can't go into Dollar General's. Yeah, they are nice colors, right, Dee Dee? I wish they'd had the reds. But one of the things about that new set of Ohuhu, I think is how you say it, is they're all muted. And I'm really afraid that I'm going to end up having to buy a new set of bright ones, because the ones I have are also muted. And I threw away most of my old ones. So, yep, I'll start collecting more. The beautiful art justifies the means. Thank you, Kat. I'm going to put that on a poster. You do it all the time, Kathy Berg? Yes, see? Yeah. Why not? Why not? But that's really all I got at Hobby Lobby. I didn't go down like the journal aisles or anything like that, because those are another thing. I know I don't need black pens, but I also don't need any more journals. So I just didn't even go down the aisle, because I thought if there's one on there that has a red sticker on it, I'm taking it home. And then when I get it home, I won't know what to do with it, because I don't have room for it. So there you go. Thank you, Flo. All right, and then what else was I going to do? Okay, I think it was Ruth Edwards. She's kind of new to the group. I think I met her originally at Barb Owen. I'm not sure. But anyway, Ruth Edward is new to kind of our community. And she'd been watching some of my old videos and sent me a message and said, I've heard you mention the beast in a lot of your old videos. What is the beast? So I got out an old one to show her, because this is kind of where the name of the beast came from. It's a big fat boy journal that I split up into months. And it was kind of like a everything in one place book, where I did my to-dos, I did some art. If I did something that I just wanted to glue it down, this was the beast. And when I got this out to show this morning, you guys, I think I'm going back to this. Now I'm doing it more like in this kind of journal where I put 3 months in one, and I'm just not inclined to go use it like I did this. I lived in this book. This book went everywhere with me. So I really think I'm going to go back to a beast like this. Now, the problem is, I don't know if you can get these Miguel Ruiz journals anymore. I haven't been in a Barnes & Noble in forever to see. Hi, Jen. But anyway, Ruth, this is the beast. And look at my cool drawing of my pencil and ruler. But it's a place where I just really played and kept track of whatever was going on in my life. December was mostly art, because December is always cuckoo. But that is the beast, Ruth. So there you go. And I'll keep it forever. The kids can put it in the dumpster when I die. How about that? But I keep track of birthdays. And this is back when Robert was getting his leukemia treatment. So every day I had to check off that I had flushed his pick and stuff like that. Here's choose joy every day. That's the beast, Ruth. And I'm going back to this. I really am. There's just something about its chunkiness, its yumminess that I miss. I knew I was going to miss it when I changed, but I really do miss it. So, yeah, I'm going back to a everything in one place book. That's it. The one thing that's not good for, unless you put it into another journal later, is like a Society of Idea. I did do more in the Beast, Terry, because I loved that book so much. I just loved its chunkiness. So yeah, I'm going to go back to it next January. I really am. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I think that's all the junk I had to show. I showed what I've been up to. Let me move this. So we're 15 minutes in, and I wanted to wait for a little while for people to come if they wanted to be here for the giveaway, for the scavenger hunt. So let me flip through mine because I ended up doing 96 of the 100 prompts. So I would qualify for the giveaway, and I'm going to get myself something anyway, just because I deserve it. And yeah, so let me get the list out, and I'll try. I did sit down and make some quick notes this morning, but Ruth Sheldon, you'll see why my book isn't quite as chunky as yours, maybe because I think you did a page per prompt, and I did not. Actually, this cover covers so many of the prompts because I've got book pages, I've got tissue paper, I've got alphabet, I've got put a bird on it, I've got napkin, I've got postage. So this cover alone covers so many of the prompts. And collage, I did end up counting it as collage. Oh, Terry, that is the best news ever. Good job, you. Robert's blood all came back really good, too. So we were happy about that, even though I was pissed off about everything else. But that's not unusual. You did do a page per prompt. Yeah, see, I don't do that. I shove as much as I can in one. But I'll flip through and tell you what I can remember. The cover was collage, tissue paper, all the stuff that I just said. And these are Post-its. And this is fib art. And this is put a bird on it because I was looking at something one day and this just fell out. So I just colored it and shoved it in the book. And this is a tag. And this is also fib art. This is envelope. It's Post-it, pattern paper, fib art, envelope, pocket, bird, ribbon, and decorated paper clip. So yeah, I shove a lot in, and a lot of them I duplicate, and that's fine too. And then all of my alphabet pages, I did a Zentangle alphabet. So these are throughout the book on these little things. I just slid them through. And this is a page of smiles, and it was a greeting card, and another decorated paper clip, and a ribbon up here, and a sock monkey, just because sock monkeys should go everywhere, and pattern paper. And this is also a page of smiles and a napkin, and then the paper clip too. And there's Z and D. And this was coloring book page and stained glass. And I should keep these because I'll put this away now. But next year when we do it, I'll probably show this again. This was product packaging. This was one of my first pages because I had just bought the Diamine ink. And I was playing with swatches and stuff like that. But I love these little door openers things. So this was my product packaging, swatches, put a bird on it. Some of the pages have birds. So, yep, that was one of my very first pages. And that makes my book fat. Look at that. This was the neurographic art. I love doing the neurographic art. And I will be doing more because I love it so much. Hi, Joan. Just checking chat real quick. And this is just a crown because I could do that. Terry Brett sent me that and some postage. And there's M and W. And this was my fingerprint bees, a quote, a border, and a stencil. And it is good to be queen. And there's my Valentine page. This I drew a long time ago. Postage, sticker, greeting card, fib art. Yeah, I think that's all of it. That was actually my Valentine from Devon. She did all of them on stream, and it's snarky. Sometimes I look at people and wonder how they fit all that stupid into one head. I thought that a lot. Yeah, the crown is cool, right? You can never have too many crowns, and the more jewels, the better. And this was my vegetable sticker page. And C and T, I'm going to pull out just a little bit. And this was paint scraping, doodles, and unused product. Because I think this was when I got out the Liquitex inks, or the inks that we got on sale. I don't know if they were Liquitex or what. But this is another artist that I found on Instagram, and her name is Terry. Help me out here. Anyway, I do love this kind of art too, and I'll be doing more of it. Yeah. And this is fib art. This is Dee Dee, my Christmas monkey from Dee Dee, and a sticker, more fib art, because she sent me a butt, because I have a thing about butts. And there's I and S. And this was a book page. This is all stuff from Devon as well. So this was a book page, postage, and a secret message back here. If you flip that up, Devon made me do it. So that was my hidden message. And more paint scraping. Just, I didn't know what to do with it, so it ended up in here. And K and E. And here's, oh, this has a lot on it. This is a page of blue, a paper towel, and I tore it, and then I wove it, and create a monster, and then some snark. Pretending I'm a pleasant person is exhausting. Thanks, Flo. I actually love doing the lettering. And this is fib art and a greeting. This is from Sharon Marlowe. So it'll live in there. And there's R and G. And everybody knows I'm Smack and Dragon challenged. So this background was my attempt at Smack and Dragon. And it didn't come out great, but who cares? Because I don't care. And then here's more snark. And this is snark. And this is dragon. Passengers ride at their own risk. And this was the mosaic. I ended up really enjoying this, liking it a lot. I just like the way it came out. It feels good. There's just, I don't know. But it's also a page of blue. This is O and B. And a page of buttons. And here's my wish list. I wish I was in charge. That's all I wish. Because if I was in charge, all my other wishes would come true. And this is also medical, paper bag, repurposed art, which is this, the medical gauze, and candy wrappers. So, see, Ruth, how I just shove a lot of stuff on there. Here's H and J. And this is junk mail, coffee stain, and postage. And there might be more. I just wrote them down quick, what I could think of. Here's F and U and X and L. And this one you guys haven't seen. I had to do something vintage, so I used some rice paper on a book page, did some coffee stains, and yep. So that page you guys haven't seen before, this one, because I just did it last week. Yeah, I like the mosaic page too, Kat. Thanks, Joan. And this is botanical and watercolor, and I also did another one, but I didn't put it in the book. And this was something tea and a greeting card. This was a greeting card that I sent to my mom. And this is fib art from Terry Brett and a greeting card. This just makes me happy. Thanks, Jen. This is Draw Your Breakfast, and it's also watercolor. So I did this on stream. So if you want to see that. And then throughout the book, there's pattern papers. So, and that's just the whole alphabet because I had one page left over. So yeah. And then here's some blank pages. And depending on what I end up getting or having, I'll just slap it in here. May or may not even fit a prompt, you know. This, I guess, is my wild card because I had these two birds already cut out and some snark. So yeah, this is my wild card of conspiracy chickens. Let's pretend I'm listening to you. Yeah, I see you. No, I don't care. This is actually one of my favorite pages because this is actually a t-shirt that I've owned since, let's see, 1991. And I slept in it whenever it was clean. And so this is my cartoon character and clothing. I mean, it actually was my t-shirt, but it was so holy, you guys, but I couldn't throw it away. So this was a perfect way for me to save it. And then I did the background with bubble wrap. And it ended up into a 2-page spread so I could keep all the characters. And then I had to include a photo. And that's a photo of me and Goofy from November of 1991. That's one of my favorite photos, me and Goofy. That was a great trip. So, and then this one you guys haven't seen. I had to do a t-shirt saying, and it says, sometimes I talk to myself, and then we both laugh and laugh. And you don't know how true that is. Because sometimes I think or say something so funny, and I'm just laughing to myself. So, yep. So I just drew it like a t-shirt. You can tell I spent a lot of time on that. And then I needed a gratitude page. So this is receipts. And this was kind of fun because I rarely get out my die cutter. But I used the actual die and then heated up the thermal receipt paper and then cut out the actual die to slap on there. And I don't know why, but I just like that. So that was my gratitude and receipts. And this is food packaging. And then an envelope. And then this is a postage, all of my stamped postage that I have that I just turned into a little booklet. And this may be the first thing I did was just to make a little book to go inside the book. So that's mine. Hi, Sophia. I don't know how you pronounce it. Thanks for coming to a live. So that's mine. I should qualify for the giveaway, but don't worry. I will buy myself something that I want. I'm sure there's stuff in my Amazon cart. There always is. So the 4 that I didn't finish was a song and a lyric artist. I've had my song picked out forever, but I couldn't find images that I loved. But I probably will finish that one if I can find the images that I want to finish it. I didn't do a treasure hunt map because mine could never be as cool as Ruth's. Include sewing, which I could add on any page actually to finish it, and then a map page. And I don't know why I didn't do the map page because I actually love map pages. But yeah, so any one of those is super simple to finish. And maybe I will, maybe I won't. Who knows? Doesn't matter. But this will go into my hope chest because that's where I keep all the scavenger hunts. And then next year on the stream closest to this Well, probably on the streamathon, I'll end up getting it out one more time to introduce the scavenger hunt and produce a list so you guys can do it again. It is fun. It's just, it's no pressure, fun arting. And I hope whoever participated had fun doing it, because really that's the only rule about the scavenger hunt, is just do it and have fun. What song did you choose? My song is Fast Car. Tracy Chapman song. So, and I know all the lyrics by heart. Yeah, Fast Car. That, so you can imagine, you know, all the images you could use with that. But last time I had to do a song, I chose I Hope You Dance. And I found the perfect image of a beautiful sunset and a couple out on the beach just dancing like they were the only people on earth. And so, yeah. You need next year's list now, Ruth? Okay. Well, you know what, you guys? If you do want another list, I will give you the links to prior years if you want just another list to work off of. And there'll be repeats from this year's, because there's certain prompts that just are so good to work with. But either works. You've been called worse? You and me both, Sophia. Yeah, I like seeing everyone flipped. And I think it was yesterday, either yesterday or Saturday, I went on Instagram and searched the hashtag, because I knew I hadn't seen what everybody had done. Going to the hashtag, go on IG and just search hashtag scavenger hunt 2024. And you can spend a bunch of time over there just looking at it. And hopefully introduce yourself to some of the other people that we hang with. And some, I didn't even know who they were or how they had found out the hashtag or anything. But a bunch of random people joined us. So that made me really happy. So yeah, go search it. So let me read off the list of people who completed it. The first one was Stacy Wills, and she did it literally in 6 days. 6 days. Terry Lutz, which she's been around forever. Peggy Fitzmaurice finished it by January 9th. Like, these people were maniacs. And then there's one, Just Me, and she told me on a stream. So I don't know how I'm going to end up hunting her down, but Nettie Munson finished by the 15th. Kimberly finished by the 17th. Barbara, Chicken Pot Pie Society Barbara. Terry Brett finished January 29th. Kel Rawson, and she also informed me in a stream, so I'm going to have to hunt her down. Allison, Mark Moore, Shelley Lombard, Stitch It Pam, Devin, Ann Lar, Topaz Pearl Girl Julie, Shelley Allred, Lena, Linda Rentz, I'm sure. That's Linda Rentz. I didn't write it down, but anyway, I know it's Linda Rentz. Joyce Boring, Raul Reynolds, Flo, which is Andrea, Deb E., Missy, and Ruth Sheldon. So, and they just notified me yesterday and today. So, okay, Shelley. Okay, anybody click on Shelley in YouTube chat and you can go directly to her channel and subscribe. So good on the people who completed it. You only had to complete 90 of the 100. But good on you for doing it, you know? Yeah, Raul's on here. He's number 20, and he was going to come to today's live. So if anybody sees him and he wins. But that's the list that we're going to use, and I will type into random.org. Let me get it up here. I should already had it up, but I didn't. And I have messages from some peeps. Oh, Dee Dee sent me an image. Let's look at Dee Dee's image. Hi, Brenda. Oh, okay. Oh, cool, Dee Dee. That's the lined one, though. I want the dot grid. But I'll look for it, Dee Dee. I know I have one already. But thanks for going and shopping for me. That's really cheap. Dee Dee sent me a picture. I don't know. Yeah. Um, dang it. Yeah, sent me a picture of the journal and all the different colors that it comes in. This is the ruled one. I actually want the dot grid or the just the grid, but it's only $15.97, so that's not bad, right? And it's a leather journal, hardcover, college ruled notebook. It is similar. Okay, cool. Thanks, Dee Dee. And I was actually going over to random.org before I got so distracted. Random number generator. Yeah, dot grid is my favorite. If you guys have some grid paper or some dot grid, when I start showing you the Celtic knots, that will really help you. All right, here we go, random.org. We've got 24 people because I don't qualify. So I'll change this and we'll go to 1, 2, 24. All right, you guys. What's the name of that notebook? I'll look in just a minute for you, Ruth. You guys ready? That was a drum roll. Ready, set, go. Number 20. I don't believe Rawl won. Rawl has got to be the luckiest person on the planet. Raul won. Number 20. I can't believe that. Oh, look at now he pops up. Wow. Okay, Raul, I will send you a message on Instagram. Congratulations. And look at Ruth Sheldon. I knew it. I knew it. I know. Now Marguerite is cussing at him. Congratulations, Raul. Yeah, and I'll get with you and tell you what I need. And we'll get your gift out to you. How about that? You know what? I just kind of had a feeling that when Raul told me he had finished, it was just like, he'll win. He wins everything. You are one lucky dog, Raul. That's all I got to say. I will keep this. Well, I'll keep it out, actually, so I don't forget to contact him. Good job, Raul. All right. But you guys, everybody wins because you did it and you hopefully learned something or had some fun or whatever. But if you want prompts to previous year's list, let me know. I don't mind. It's just a link. You have to go search it out and find it and print it out for yourself. So, all right, let me go back to that message from Dee Dee and tell Ruth what the name brand of that little bad boy journal is. It doesn't really have a name. It just says Leather Journal hardcover. Visit the AHGXG store. The one that I had, this one, and I've covered it up, but it's Miguel Ruiz, Miguel Ruiz. And I know you can still get the lined one. It's the grid and the dot grid that are hard to get, I think. But they come in nice colors. I will definitely go look for this. For $16, it's got 320 numbered pages. The size is B5. Thick journals for men, women, 100 GSM thick paper, faux leather soft cover, inner pocket, 7.6 inches by 10-inch blue. So, and if I find them Gil Ruiz, I will I'll post a link next week or something. So, hi Tina, coming in saying hi to everybody. Thank you. So that's that. Scavenger hunt is done for another year. I will probably go ahead and try and finish mine. So anyway, I don't know how I got thinking about it or what we were talking about or whatever, about drawing Celtic knots. And I've been drawing them forever. But let me show you a couple of books that I have. They're appealing to me because I like the whole straight line, you know, Celtic knots just kind of fall in my wheelhouse, you know. No worry, Dee Dee. No worry at all. Anyway, let me flip through these books. These can get really complex, and they're not uncommonly seen in illuminated art or calligraphy or something like that. So that's probably where I got introduced. I do not tell what the gift is, Flo. The winner and I know, and anybody who's won before. So this book is just a quick how-to, and I haven't used it in years, and I'm going to do this off the top of my head, which may or may not be a good thing. But there's just something real appealing about it as well. So been around forever, like there's a huge history around it. I will do something like that, I think, today, just to show you how easy. They look real complicated, but if you get the idea in your head and know where to begin, you know, you can expand on it and do a lot of really, really cool looking art. And I thought I wouldn't mind combining like the Sendoodle art, the Art Salute beginner, and then incorporating some knots in it. So I do have an idea for this if I get to it. But now that I'm not doing scavenger hunt, hell, I got nothing else to do. I'll probably sit around and pick my nose for about a week, just going, well, what am I going to do today? I don't know what I'm going to do. So you can see how complex they can get. We're not doing complex today. We're going to do real easy so that you guys can draw along, get a piece of graph paper and a pencil so you can draw along. So that's primarily spirals, but they all work on the basic same principle, okay? Now these are really, really complex. But you've all seen this type of art in illuminated art. And illuminated art is some of my very favorite art. And they, you know, give you information about applications and where to use it and how to use it. And it's very symbolic as well. So, yeah, there's just something so appealing about it. And it looks old, you know, it doesn't look like something modern, which I like because I'm old and I'm not modern. And I don't know why this book is so appealing to me. It's almost like the back of a magazine or something. I don't know the way it's laid out. I like whoever laid it out did a really good job. Of course, it goes over the alphabet, the lettering and stuff like that. So I just thought I'd show these. I'm not going to work out of these today, but I've spent a fair amount of time working out of them. But after you get it kind of in your head, doing something like this becomes much more simple. Your husband has a Celtic knot tattoo? All right. Well, I'd probably get along good with Hubs. I think we'd like each other anyway, Cat and Pace. Because he has a riding mower that you can drive. So if you want to learn more, there are books out there, and I'm sure there's tons of videos or whatever else out there as well. So, and almost, well, what I'll show you today, you could turn into a border as well. But it's just because it's interwoven and intricate, and you can make it look real three-dimensional. I guess is what makes it so appealing to me. So, I just got out some dot grid paper. Oh, and I'll show you some that I've done in the past. I don't have a lot of it because I probably gave it away. I'm not real big on keeping my own art, but I did pull this out. This would have been my Society of Idea Collectors notebook through the years. And I know there's some in here. There's a little bit of everything in here. Swatches. I have swatches everywhere. Different art that I've done for different things. But this is where I kept my ideas of something I saw and wanted to come back to or whatever. So here's my little Rosie Bagosi. All right, come on. Flip, flip, flip. Little doodles. Who knows? But I know there's one in here because I did one for Robert's daughter, Jackie's wedding. And this is an idea that I still haven't done, but it's kind of like illuminated art that I'm going to do the border. I could actually redo the border and do a knot now. But it says, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That is why it's called the present. And so I wanted to do that. Who knows? I didn't date any of this, so yeah, I don't know. Of course, I love lettering. To know someone here or there with whom you can feel there is understanding in spite of distance or thoughts unexpressed. That can make this life a garden. Okay, here's a kind of a cool one. Now, I know where the original of this is. It's out in my living room. But there's a border I did. And I ended up doing the entire border, and then it's around my granddaughter's baby picture. So that's one. Only I'd like to redo it now that I have better gold. All right, come on, come on, come on. Okay, this is the one that I really, really liked. And I don't have the original, obviously, because I gave it to Jackie in a frame. And this was the prototype that I did for the spacing of the lettering and stuff. You know what? Maybe it wasn't in a frame. Maybe it was a card. I don't remember. But I know this was the ultimate design that I ended up with, the colors and the design. And then the words inside said, and it was for her wedding, which was August 17th, 2002. Where does it start? I think it starts right here. Love is a virtue that endures forever, a link of matchless jewels none can sever. They on whose breasts this sacred love doth place shall after death the fruits thereof embrace. Amongst the many pleasures that we prove, none are so real as the joys of love. And so it's a continuing knot. And then the inside of the card said this: a successful marriage is not just in finding the right person, but in being the right person. So you can do really cool stuff. You just got to think outside the box. And then this is when I was totally obsessed. Or learning, you know, who knows. So you can turn a block into a frame. Yeah, that's a good message in the knot, right, Raul? So yeah, this was back when I was totally enthralled. And then this is a bookmark that I really like that I did. I am a precious, wondrous, special, unique, divine, rare, valuable, whole, sacred, total, complete, entitled, worthy, and deserving person. All right, so much for that. Oh, and I'll read you The Monkey's Disgrace just because I can. 3 monkeys sat in a coconut tree discussing things. My brother wrote this on his bathroom wall. 3 monkeys sat in a coconut tree discussing things as they are said to be. Said one to the other, "Now listen, you two, there's a certain rumor that can't be true, that man descended from our noble race. The very idea is a disgrace. No monkey ever deserted his wife, starved her babies, and ruined her life. And you've never known a mother monk to leave her babies with others to bunk, or pass them on from one to another till they scarcely know who is their mother. Here's another thing a monk won't do: go out at night and get on a stew, or use a gun or club or knife to take some other monkey's life. Yes, man descended, the ornery cuss, but brother, he didn't descend from us." And I've kept that all these years. And I know I found it from my brother. He literally wrote it on his bathroom wall. My mom had to repaint the bathroom. So, yep. All right, that's all that's in here. And this really, I never intended this to be for finished art. It truly was just like a society of idea collectors. I didn't really have a name for it back then. But yeah, this is pretty much my idea notebook, things I wanted to come back to, things I learned, whatever. So yeah, those are the ones I've done in the past. So think outside the box when we're doing this, of how you can put this to use, because why not? All right, I'm going to pull you down so you can see. I'm going to do this on dot grid paper because the way I learned it, and I can't even remember where I learned this, okay? I like the monkey's cat. I've been seeing a few people here on IG. Yeah, Ego, you got to go find the peeps. Find all the peeps. So the way I learned it, and I'm not going to go back and look in the book. Hey, Julie, did you hear that Raul won the scavenger hunt? Get a pencil, and you're going to need an eraser. I would say get a ruler, but a ruler is not really necessary. But you'll like your work better if you use a ruler. Just saying. The way I learned it, how to do a simple Celtic knot. And I'll start with the smallest one. And it's going to be, well, this one actually breaks the rules, but that's okay. Get out your paper, and you're going to want to start. This is a real small one, real simple. And you can make them as big or as little as you want. So Barbara had said that she was going to be gone. I think she might be gone most of this month, to be honest. So for this little one like this, do a square of 4 by 4 knots. And I'm going to draw it kind of big. Maybe I should use a different color so you can see where the dots I draw are. But start with a grid of 4 dots across, 4 dots down. Okay, now you can do this any size. Okay, you can do it bigger, whatever, but I'm going to show you the one that uses the uneven because that's what I actually learned. And then in between the rows of dots, make another row, and it's only going to be 3, and you're going to put them right in between the dots that you did. And I usually make these a little bit bigger so I know which is which. I wonder if I should get out a different color. I think I will, just for you guys. We will miss her musical inclinations. Dee Dee, you're going to have to learn to sing. All right, let me get out a different color. I'll just grab a hard lead colored pencil so you can see. It might be a little easier. A different pencil. Dee Dee's a chicken. She's not going to sing for us. All right, I'll do red and blue. Is that blue or purple? Here's a blue one. All right, there we go. I must have 1,000 of these non-photo blue pencils that are about this big. Why do I keep them? I used to use them in my work, so I had them everywhere. All right, let me just move over here a little bit. So we're going to start out with 4 dots. And I'm using dot grid because it's just easier than me measuring it out. I didn't want to torture you guys. I mean, I really wouldn't mind torturing you, but I really shouldn't torture you. So this is just a real simple, basic one. So you can learn, okay? A singing chicken conspiracy. It is, Cat. And then in between the blue dots, and this is why grid paper makes it so easy, because it's already spaced out for you. But even if you had to get out a ruler and do this yourself, you can see how to go at it, right? Better you than me, Dee Dee. Because you're a hoarder. Thank you, Tina. I would have to say I agree with you. Okay, so I guess the easiest way to show you this is on the top row, just draw. I'm just doing a curved line all the way around the edge. Do that. So that's how big your finished knot is going to be. I want to torture you guys. Actually, I live for Mondays to torture you guys. Are you kidding me? Okay. So to start turning this into your knot, start at the first red dot, and I'm going to draw the outside lines, and connect right there. Okay. Same here. So go around and all your red dots connect to the outside dots. And it's amazing how quickly this comes back to you when you start doing it. And you can start seeing how it's going to come together, right? And then on the next row, connect the red to the blue going the other way. And you just kind of do a zigzag just like that. Yeah. Well, no, that one won't get one, okay, because it's a smaller. Sorry. I have to get out a white pen to get rid of this stuff now. Just on the inside dots. Am I doing this right? Yeah. And then just go ahead and connect them here. Because what's going to make it, I'm going to white that out so it doesn't confuse you. So you end up with the 4 squares in the middle, essentially is what it is. And then what makes it really look dimensional, and I'll go over that again if you want me to. I'm going to use a graph pencil because it just smears better. Where's my little baby tortilla? There we go. So you can see how, and you kind of have to use your mind for this, but you can see how this one's going like this. And if it helps you, go ahead and alternate, put in a square, whatever, so you can kind of see how it just goes around, because this ends up being 2 pieces that are interwoven together. It's not a continuous one. I think if you want a continuous one, well, I'm sure if you want a continuous one, you use uneven number of dots on the edge. To do an interlocking 2-piece, you use an even number. Does that make sense? Does anybody have questions? Hey, Marty. Yep, Raul won the scavenger hunt giveaway. So if you follow it around, you can kind of see. And I probably could do that with the colors. But then where the, I'm just going to say the line is going over, you're going to shade where it's going under, right? Does that make sense? Got it? And actually, for this one, I probably should have done. That's going under. That's going under. I'm going to erase. When you add the shading is when it becomes very cool looking. Okay, so that one's going over. And you might have to talk yourself through this. And you'll goof up the shading at least once or twice before you get it right. You seeing it now? Your brain has wandered off. Tina, isn't that the truth? He must have something on all of us. I'm not kidding, because it's ridiculous how often Raul wins. Everything. Okay, I think that should be most of the rest of the shading. And if you're not sure, just wander it around, wander with it. And let me quickly, I'll just choose one so you can see how the 2 are interlocking. Right? Okay, that's right. Did I do that right? Adios, Ruth. Go help the hubs load up a sick tiller and take it to the tiller ER. Ugh. So there you go. But it's really the shading. That's going under, that's going over. So that means this is going under on the few places that I forgot. And if you want to do a bigger one that's single, I'm pretty sure it's single. Probably should have thought this out a little bit. We'll do a bigger one down here. And I'll do this one. I want to do 2. Yeah, why not? Otherwise, I'll get it too big. I'm going to do 9. This one really is big. You know what? Let's do it 7. Do 7 on one edge, or 9 on one edge and 7 on the other, so you can see. You could do it 9 or you could do it 7. If you do it 9, it's going to be a square. If you do it 7, it's going to be a rectangle. And on this one, I'm going to do it a little bit different. Rather than put this dot in the middle, in between the 4 squares around it, I'll do it this way. Put it right under the next line down, but just right under the inside. Leave the corner, right? And same down the sides. Just come in 1 square, whatever measurement you decide. But the corners don't get one. This is a test of my memory, you guys. I think I'm doing okay so far. Can you see that? Let me double count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I did it right. Don't put this in the 2025 scavenger hunt. Oh, see, now you've given me bad ideas, Peggy. Don't do that. Don't tell me don't do something, because the first thing I'll have to do is do that. Okay, so now that you've got your 9 dots, and then inside is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and I've got 7 down, which means this will be 5. Okay, now on the inside dots, draw a straight line. You're going to create a diagonal grid. This is actually my favorite. I think it's the easiest to see and the easiest to understand. But I thought the small one to start with would excite you to do it. Maybe. Oops. Crooked line. We must fix that. Sorry. Let's just fix it now, so I don't get hives. And for right now, you're just ignoring those outside 9 dots. And I'm drawing this dark so that you guys can see it. But if I was you guys, I would be drawing this grid pretty light until you figure out what's going over and under. But for my purposes here, this is fine, because I want you guys to be able to see it. Why am I drawing crooked lines when I'm using a ruler? What the hell? What a brat I am. because I'm doing it on stream and not the way I would normally do it. And these are very cool if you do them with Zentangle designs, a directional Zentangle design on them. Okay, so that's your grid. What did Peggy say? You're going to be in Ireland this coming summer. Cool. Yeah, I'm just showing you how to draw a Celtic knot, the way in my memory I remember to do it. Put it in the book. All right. Whatever y'all are saying in chat, I'm not paying any attention at all. Because now you're probably just trying to aggravate me. Okay. So probably the easiest way is from your second dot down on the inside, you're going to draw the corners. So just draw a curved line from there to there. And there to there. And do that on each of the corners. And you can change the shape if you want. I'm just showing you the way where you connect the dots. Okay, got your corners. And in each of these individual little boxes on up in each of those corners, go ahead and draw. I don't know. I just go from the corner to the middle, back to the corner, because the box around it will ultimately get erased. And it's hard to draw if I can't move the paper. Okay. Can you see how it's going to start coming together? And then in each of the, around the edge, go ahead and connect. Make the border by connecting the dots like that. And then do your corners. I forgot to draw the rest of the border. And then on these connections in here, round them off. And you can kind of see how this is going to be going around like that. That's what you're doing, is just rounding those off to make the cord or the string or whatever. It makes something very complicated simple when you can see it like this. Or what you think is complicated, because it's not complicated at all. It's really tricking your brain. You're tricking your brain. This method of drawing is faster. Yeah, see, that's what I think too, Barbara, that if you just do it with the dots and then kind of your brain starts seeing what is going to happen, it's so much easier. So much easier. And then if you want at this point, you know, you can start erasing some of your corners and stuff like that, and that may help your brain see what you're actually going to be doing. Because now it's just picking a corner, and this is pretty much the way I do it, is go around so you can start erasing. But this one's going to go from here to here, so you keep that line and erase that one. This one's going to start here because this is coming under, so that means this is going to go over and go to the next line. So it becomes very easy when your brain starts seeing over, under, over, under. And you know that's going under, so you know that's an over one. And pretty soon your brain just starts going, oh, I get it now. That first one, as you go around each of the corners, goes away. Okay, this one's going over. Sorry, I goofed up there. Seeing it? Says you, I'm still confused. Why are you confused? Did you draw the dots and draw with me? I have one of those, Kat. You need a mathematical brain. No, you don't. You really do not need a mathematical brain. If you can draw 9 dots and then 7 dots and just start connecting, because now the math is over, then it becomes very visual, where this is going over, which means this is coming this way because it's going under, right? And then over, under. Just make yourself follow the line around, and it becomes very easy, because then this one becomes that way. And there's spaces. Maybe that's what I shouldn't do, is color in the spaces, because this is actually a blank space. This is a blank space. You're working in 1 squares. So when this one goes under, it goes under a space. Now you're getting me confused, you freaks. See, it's just one continuous line. And wherever there's not a, that's probably the best way to do it, is go ahead and draw yourself inside, because there's a big square in between each of them. Okay, thanks, Tina. 1 + 1 is, of course, Marty. What school did you go to? I'll color in where the blanks are. Till you get the hang of it, this is maybe the best way to go at it. Because this one, it's all smushed together. There's really no space. The space is actually the dots, where this one leaves a square of space around it. And this one is one where you could do writing or drawing or whatever. Because I was going to do one of these and then do like a Zentangle design in it. You retard. That's the empty space there. Does that make it a little easier where you can see? I think so too, Dee Dee. I should have thought of that going in. Okay, so just pick a corner. I usually start in this one, and then I'll start erasing the lines. Okay, so this one's going to start here. I'm going to take the lines out because then I'll start confusing myself. But anything that's white now is, I'm just going to call it a ribbon because I don't know what else. Okay, but pick a place where it's going to start. Okay, so it's going to start here and go over the first ribbon going the other way. Okay, so you're going to have some shading here and shading here where it goes under. And maybe this is the best way to kind of show your, any place there's a shadow, it's going under and casting a shadow on the ribbon as it comes out, right? Which means this one's going over. It's actually going down to the, all the way to the other one. Sorry. I should have done this before I did this for you. This is going over, which means your shading's going to be right there. There we go. I'm trying to erase it and keep it somewhat clean. And when it comes out here, there's going to be shading. Because this one's coming over it this way, right? So you're making the under blue. No, the blue is actually an empty space. The ribbon itself, I'll do in red. And then it goes over, under. It's going under, which means this one's over. That's under. And I hadn't erased that line yet. And you'll goof up. Okay, Joan. The color helps a lot. Okay, sorry. And then that's going over. I might have goofed up there. But it does have to go. Okay. Under, over, under. I think I've goofed up here. Because these corners definitely are all out, so you know that. Okay, yeah, because you've turned. All right, I get it now. So that's going over, that's under. Okay. I might have to start over. I usually just follow it around. This is where I goofed up one of them, I think. Okay. I think you guys confused me. I do have something over here goofed up. Because it's drawn right. Adding this color is goofing me up. Maybe I do that too long. Okay. I think that's it. See it? But the blue is actually empty space. It's space you can see, you know, like it's loosely woven, where this is tightly woven, loosely woven. And then when you get this design down, you can make it as many, okay, the outside border, and write this down so you remember, has to be an uneven number of dots, and you'll have one continuous. If you do an even number, it'll be two interlocked. Got it? Are you guys getting it? Looks like the Chicago loop. Looks like any city's loop. Get out of the cities. Cities will make you crazy. Now I want to start over. Okay, and then the other one that I remember, and then I'd have to get into the book because those really intricate ones, yeah, I'd have to get into the book. The other one I remember that's really simple is a triangle. So let me go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Doesn't matter on this one how long you go down. You're sort of getting it. All right, we'll start over and do another one. But then it's like you draw a straight line and then count out however big you want your interlock triangle to be. And it doesn't matter if it's odd or even. Okay, so I'm going to do 6. But you can do it any size you want. You could do this a whole sheet. Okay, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So at 4.5. Just determine what about the center of your triangle is. Okay, so you've got a triangle. You can do a short squatty one, or you can do a tall thin one, whichever way you want to do it. Okay, so on this just go from corner to corner, and I go a little bit outside the triangle, but make a loop or a curved line, and you'll have to straighten this out. because it's not as easy as the straight lines. Do the same on this. So that you have a kind of a triangle shape in the middle. And now you can kind of see how you can interlock that, right? Take a still shot of Janet's knot and use it for 20. There you go, Marty. We're not going to put this in there. We're not going to torture people. As much as I want to torture people, I'm not going to torture people. I might. And then straighten your lines as you go. Because I would actually probably ink this after I do it in pencil. And depending on how big it is going to determine how thick your ribbon is going to be, right? But just pick a thickness that you think you like. And go down to your first line. Almost like a flower petal. And if it makes it easier, erase as you go, so you can kind of see how it's starting to weave together. Probably should have started with this one because it's the easiest. You only need 3 dots. So it never ends. Doesn't matter where you start. You can just start drawing. Start here. And it just keeps going and it never ends. And that's kind of like the squares. Start anywhere and just start drawing. It'll just go on forever. And then it's just a matter of, that doesn't make your brain hurt. This one shouldn't make your brain hurt either. I'll draw another one just to make it easy for you guys. But yeah, this one's, it's really simple. And then if you want, you can do more and interlock them together. If you did one just side by side, you could just interlock them all together. And the rules for the spirals are totally different. I'd have to really review those. But the squares are pretty easy. I mean, if you remember an even number is 2 interlocked. An uneven number is 1 continuous. We'll do it again. All right, and I'll put my pencil down. All right, let's do 5. Maybe 5 will be better. But if you always start the same way, pretty soon you just go, okay, I get it. And I'm not even going to use the ruler this time, okay? We'll just draw. They're not very straight lines without a ruler. Okay. Simple stuff, right? You got the triangle one. Yay, Terry. Okay. Okay, dork wad. I am really not paying any attention. Got it? Looks like just an X. But if you start drawing, you can see. Okay. Okay, so if it starts here, it's got to go over this one. So go ahead and erase this line because it's got to go over. And this is where it sinks under. Got it? Okay, so let's, well, because wherever the string is, it continues. It's the space in here that's empty. And then it goes under there. So do the shadow so you can see that it went under. Comes back out and goes up here in this line. Okay, this is too interlocking. Wonder what I've forgotten. I may have goofed this up. I may have to redo this next Monday for you guys. No, that's on that side. Okay. Hang on, I got to move my foot. It's falling asleep. All right. I think I did that shadow. Now I'm confusing my own bad self. Why am I doing this on stream, for God's sakes? Because this one actually is going under here. So the shadow is on that side. That's where I goofed up. All right. Well, that's going to be 2 strings apparently. There you go, Barbara. Problem solving. Really, I have confused myself now. Probably should have read the book. Well, I don't think I learned this from a book, honestly. I must have though, because there wasn't YouTube in those days back when I was doing it. But I always made the uneven number because then it was just one continuous. And I liked the one continuous. I didn't like the ones that were interlocked. So, but now it looks like I'm drawing an interlocked one, but that was not my intent. Okay, so it's going under, 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 under. That doesn't work though. All right, what do we want to do? Do we want to go do one of those stone drawings? And I'll try this again another day. Under. And it should be going under here. Okay. That's right. That's right. Whew. Under, over. Just checking who's yelling at me now. The stone drawings are amazing too. Yeah, I like the stone drawings. They're very fun. What the hell? Oh. Do you have the same places that like text you incessantly? They piss me off. Okay. This actually will be an open square. There we go. All right, there's the shading right. Whew. What the hell? Just needed a break. You'll have to take an aspirin. I don't want to pain you guys. That was another problem. I thought the uneven numbers would work out completely interlocked. Some of them did, some of them didn't. I don't know why. Well, I think it's just a matter of how big you make them. I mean, if you like on the first one I showed you, the open space was actually just the dot itself. You know, if you did this black, it would look like an open space. I don't know. I'm going to mess with this week. Only this week, I'm going to have to start working on this house and yard a little bit because I've got company come in the middle of the month, which I'm very excited about. Very happy. But yeah, there's just things I need to do, so I won't be arting much. In fact, when I get all this scavenger hunt crap put away, see the open space there, Barbara? Because I could just as easily have made this ribbon thinner, and you would have had a bigger open space. You know what I'm saying? It does become addictive. But with like, it's kind of like with Zentangle. Like if you draw circles, and I'll do this probably wrong too, but we'll just see. And you can make these as big as you want to. I am taxing my freaking memory today. And you can make this as big as you want to. Draw like a hook, like this. And this you can just make go on forever, right? I don't know why my brain loves crap like this, where you just interlock things. Same principle. But at some point you have to end it, right? And that's the cool thing about this is not never ending. This is just interwoven. These are some of them. This one I drew is never ending. It'll just go on forever. You just, yeah, it is one of the Zentangles, Barbara. Yep. But there's something really intriguing about things like this, in my brain anyway. Now, maybe some people don't give a rat's butt. Dee Dee probably doesn't. But there's something about, these that to me are just very appealing. And then you can draw in them. You like my drawings? See, Barbara, I think that's a certain type of person can become very intrigued with these sorts of things. Other people care less. Care less. This one has to go there. Yeah, see, I couldn't have told you the name of that. I just remember how to draw it because when you saw how you did it, it was just like, oh, that is very cool. Of course, it's going to come out as tidy as you want it, depending on how much time you take. But this one is very cool when you do a design inside it too. See, after you get started, you don't want to stop. Come on, focus, you freak. Why is my lights really weird today? I feel like when I look at the camera, I feel like I'm working in the dark. What the hell? And my lights have not changed. Is it the camera? There, that's bad. No. We'll do that. It is very meditative, cat and paste. All right. So there, you kind of got an idea. This one finally did come out right. See, I thought doing this one would be great because it's bigger and you could kind of see. And then after you see it, you can just hurry along doing all the shading at once. Terry, did you get this? I should have used the coal erase pencils that I could actually erase. Go away, pop-ups. Higgins is the ink. Yes, it is, Marguerite. My light bulb broke yesterday. I tried to color without it, but it was impossible. Barbara, do you post your stuff anywhere? Not quite, but you're working on it. See, that's what you might have to do is just take a little bit longer. And maybe I didn't make it clear that part of this was open space. See, I could just sit here and do this crap all day long. I'm actually excited. Let's just do 1/6, just because we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See what happens. It probably isn't going to work, but we're going to find out. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm actually excited to work outside this week, so the weather had better cooperate. Because I am looking forward to getting out in the dirt and going and getting some plants, which means going out and dealing with the actual people of the world. That's a caca idea. I have the dots. You'd think I could do this. I have become too dependent on my rulers. Okay, and I'm not sure. No, it should be. Yeah, it's just a bigger version. Same thing. That's weird, though. Shouldn't be. Yeah, it's not going to work. Got to have an uneven number. I don't usually post on IG. I think I may be abandoning IG. I got a few I made in December I could post. Why are you abandoning IG? Yeah, they are. They're fun, Ego Brain. They really are. Because this is just going to be the same thing, only with more outside space, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to get out. I'll see if I can find again where I got that idea about odd and even numbers. Mainly because it made me turn your iPad vertical, not horizontal. Oh my God. Now that's funny. That's way funny. All right, let's try. I'm just going to do a small one real quick with no spaces in between. Where let's see, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I would need 5 in here. Okay. This one you can do either way. Yeah, you can do that one either way. I just had to do that to prove to myself. Bye, Barbara. Probably see you Friday. I don't think you'll be sorry about IG Ego Brain, because the cool thing about IG is you control what comes on your feed. Now, I'm getting a little pissed at IG because they've decided lately to start filling my feed with crap that I don't want. You know, these suggestions for you. And I don't mind a little bit of that, but it seems like lately it's gotten way excessive. And it's, you know, because this person liked it, you might like it. But the people that they're feeding me are people that maybe I've interacted with once or twice. You know, it's not, used to be everything Dee Dee liked, they would send to me. Now it seems like they're just feeding me crap from everywhere. And I try and keep IG pretty much just stuff that I'm really interested in, you know? So they're kind of making me mad. Okay, Marty, you're having the same experience I had is, you know, like, why do y'all want to send me this crap that I don't want? Huh? Don't do that. You're going to make me mad. But it just seems like more recently that I've been getting more of that. And I'm not sure what that's about. Like, because I wasn't getting that before. Were you guys? I was not. But now it just seems like they just think they know better than me. Maybe that's what it is. They think they know better than me. Yeah, the ads have gotten a little cuckoo crazy too, Barbara Clark. So, yeah, that's been kind of annoying me. But y'all don't care what annoys me. I could I could spend hours here telling you the things that annoy me. Okay, now I'm looking here. Okay, that should be there. And then that goes there. All right. So this one should come around here and go like that, then that, and then that. Okay. After you kind of get a feel for it, you can put them together. Just recently. Okay, Marty, that's been my experience as well. Used to be I'd get on IG, I'd see probably Dee Dee first because I interact. Well, she posts a lot. That for one thing. It's also people who post a lot that you interact with that you're going to get more of them. Or if they like something, they think you might like something, which I don't mind a certain amount of it. Okay, we're glad you got to vent, Barbara, because I'm kind of venting now too. Oh no, it tells me Janet is annoyed by this. Are you? I would be even okay with that. Tell me what everybody's annoyed with, if you want. All right, so that's got to end there. So this will go under, over. Yeah, see, now I just have to draw the whole damn grid. But there's something weird about that. Let's see if this will work. I don't know if it will or not. Am I just wasting you guys' time? Are you happy to sit here and listen to me bitch about what I'm annoyed about? Look at how little cute it is. All right, so let's get rid of this, and we'll start here. Well, here, I'll just go like this, and it'll tell me. Yeah, that's not going to work. See, I shouldn't draw on it after I've drawn it, because then I got to erase it. All right, whatever. I'll check that out later. All right, I got 1 hour left. Have you guys had about enough of this? I know what I'll start. I have a couple of these panels left. Let's do one of these. This is a little bit different layout than the other ones I've done. All right, I want you guys to keep working on those Celtic knots and then post them so I can see that you actually learned something. And if you didn't, don't tell me because I don't want to be disappointed. Fortunately with this, you don't need too much stuff. I might need to get out some watercolor. What watercolor should I use? That's the thing about doing watercolor. First thing you got to think about is, oh, what watercolor do I want? Okay, this last one I did, and you guys may or may not have noticed. Even though the layout is somewhat symmetrical, you know, I did the bigger panels on each side, but everything else about it is very symmetrical, which is very pleasing to me. So I think this one I'm going to do completely random, just random, and see. Use my very cool compass to draw me some circles. I do want this space broken up a few times, so I'll start in the corner. Get out your cool tools. Okay, that's not going to draw anything in that circle, so let's do that. There's no rhyme or reason for, oops, that's a little bit too big. I don't want that big a band for the gold. You didn't have Sharpies when you were in 8th grade? I thought Sharpies were older than me. Am I wrong? Okay, I think I'll do this one. And I'm really not trying to make it symmetrical. I'm trying to keep this on camera, so. You end up with some really different kind of shapes. All right, and then I'll just do this about down here in the center. Oh well. They always come out cool no matter what, so. Should I do another monochromatic one? How do I want this space broken up? Let's do it right down here in the center. That's a lot of circles. I think that's more than I normally do, but that's what we're going to do. Nothing better than a very cool compass. I'm so glad I found this one rather than that one that I bought. So much better. Ugh. Monochromatic. Okay, what color? What color monochromatic do we want? Actually, if we're going to do monochromatic, I might want to use the Daniel Smith. The blue one that I did was White Knight. But when you have just a set of watercolors, you get a limited number of colors. So, I don't know. Let's do White Knight again. They were not that bad, and I don't use them that often, so these are going to be the colors we have to pick from. Okay, see the limited number of greens in the White Knight? It would be like primarily 3 colors, which is fine. I don't mind working with a limited palette either. And I don't very often work in yellow and oranges, but I've got like 3 different pinks, if I count coral as pink. Like 3 different reds. So I'm going to be limited to like 3 colors, which is fine. I don't care. I'm looking for a somewhat clean watercolor palette. Don't tell Jasper I'm going to wash one. She about craps. I'll try and wash one that doesn't have much paint in it. How about that? Oh, wait, the blue one has open wells, so, but I do want some clean water. So be thinking about what color we're going to work with. All right. Marty's saying green. I like green. Get out a little paintbrush here. All right, so choosing the colors is not going to be that hard because Let me get a bigger brush out here. Because these are the only greens we've got. Not saying that I couldn't get out a different set, but we're just going to use these because we can. I haven't used these white night paints very often, but I do like them very, very much. They're really transparent. They're not chalky at all. So, yeah. They re-wet really nicely. I suppose if I wanted to mix some other colors, I could, but I'm just going to use them out of the pans. All right, let's see what we got here. That's bright. That one I'm going to lighten a little bit more. That one's going to be dark too. Okay. Add a little bit more water to that. Okay. Those are going to be our colors. That's going to be unusual. And hopefully I mixed plenty so I don't have to come back and mix again or get more paint out, right? All right, now we're just going to color in shapes. And I know I won't get this done on stream, but I will go ahead and finish it. I haven't checked the weather to see how much time I'll be able to spend out in the yard this week, but and if I'm going to do the background black, I don't have to be real careful. But I do like the black you know, panels around the panels. So because I'm only going to use 3, I'm going to have to be kind of careful. You know what? I am going to do the lines between the panels black, so I don't have to be careful about staying in lines. We'll do this the quick way. And then you just have to work through the uglies. And that gold pretty much covers everything, so I don't have to even be careful. But I don't want to cover my lines because that gets difficult to see. Oh, you know what, Mike? Let's do this one a little bit different. It's too late on those. But maybe I'll take some of the other color greens and add to it here and there. I'll go back maybe into some of those other ones. I'm going to pull you guys down a little bit. That's a big space there, but we're going to go with it. We're good. It's almost like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get. I've thought too when I was doing these, I always do the designs with black or white ink. I wonder if it would be interesting to use the same color ink, or like with the green, use a blue ink. Hi, Mitzi. Hi, Teresa. Maybe I should try it on this one, since this is just a big old fat experiment anyway. I have to say I've been using these nail brushes and loving them. See if we can correct this camera a little bit. I'm doing a lot of the smaller areas in this light green because some of those other areas are so big that I'm going to put other colors in. Hopefully it's all going to balance out. We'll see. Before I get sick of this, I'll probably have a whole book of them. You thought about doing that on the one you just posted? Oh, using the same color ink, Terry? See, I think it might be very cool. The only thing that I kind of hesitate is I don't have that many waterproof markers. And so I think I'd probably end up having to do it with Pitt pens or something, because I don't think I'm going to go back in with water, but I'm always a little bit nervous. So yeah, that's the thing that stops me, is I don't have the waterproof markers. I have acrylic inks that would become waterproof, but I really don't go over them. But even with the gold or the white especially will move the watercolor or anything underneath it. So that's why I've been using that bleed proof white, because it doesn't pick up the color, the watercolor underneath. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try it, but I think I've just been playing safe. This is very much Viridian kind of green, or phthalo. Not horrible though. But you can see how transparent the white night paints are. And so far I've been using a lot of just the same doodles. I need to think up some new ones. See, in a space like this, I could actually draw that Huggins, something a little bit more intricate. I'm going to try and add some of that other green. I don't know if it's going to work well, but we're going to try it. Some greens are not going to mix that well. Now it's going to be a big area of that dark green. Another nice thing about these nail brushes is because they're cheap, I almost treat them like disposable. So if I scratch the paper, whatever, I don't even care. Yeah, see, Terry, that's the thing. You like the colors? I think it'll be pretty. Hi, Nina. You got to go to a birthday party? How come nobody invites me to a birthday party? Because they'd know I wouldn't come. I'd come up with some excuse why I couldn't be there. Sorry, I couldn't come to your birthday party. Could you just send the cake over? I'll hire an Uber. Oh, my sister-in-law yesterday made a blueberry dump cake with fresh blueberries. It was the most delicious thing I've eaten in I can't even tell you how long. I'm not kidding. It was so good. I forgot how good dump cakes are. I don't very often cook desserts. Because I know if I cook them, I'm going to eat them. So I just don't cook them. Don't buy stuff. And then if it's not here, you can't have it. That's pretty much my approach. Look, I smeared the green down there. Normally that would drive me crazy, but on these, I don't even care because chances are you're not even going to notice it when I'm done. I don't think you can screw these up. Pretty sure. Let's see if I put lime green in here, what it does. Probably not much. I'd be a little bit more careful with this darker one because I'm not sure I'll be able to see my pencil lines. Yeah, I think I like these colors too. Except this damn camera is pissing me off. See, as soon as I move that away, still better than when it's all white, so. All right, I'll get advice from the audience. Well, I was going to say, do you want me to try using green ink on this? Today you made a healthy soup, cassava, taro, sweet potatoes, and okra with chicken. Oh, that sounds good because I like all that stuff. The only thing, I do like okra. In fact, I ate some yesterday. My sister-in-law does pickled okra, and it is delicious. I don't like okra when it's slimy. So I don't know how you prevent the okra in the soup from being slimy. But I do like okra. But I like it fried so that it's not slimy. I cannot stand slimy okra. I used to grow okra. The only thing is, in Oklahoma, it's so flippin' hot here, and you have to pick okra. Did I just say okra? Okra in long sleeves. And so at the beginning of, when it just started getting ready to harvest, it wasn't that bad. I didn't mind putting on long sleeves to go out and pick okra because there's fine little slivers in it, and your arms will itch for days. So I didn't mind wearing the long sleeves early on. But then as it starts getting hot, I'd go out to pick okra, and a little bit of okra plants goes a long, long way. I mean, it really produces. And by not even a month in, I was going, what the hell was I thinking? And then the okra just had to die out there because I was not going to put on long sleeves to go out and pick it. But okra plants produce a lot, so you don't have to put in a huge number of them. All right, I didn't try this green. I see, I won't like that. All right, I'm going to clean that up. On this big area, well, it's still wet. Let's get a paper towel and put some texture in that big space because that's really big. So you don't like bone marrow soup? I've never had bone marrow soup, Raul. I don't think that's a thing in America. Does anybody else know about bone marrow soup? I don't know, Vale, if we're expecting severe weather or not. I haven't paid any attention to the weather at all. I paid attention up until like yesterday. And yesterday I knew was going to be a really nice day. You think it's an Asian thing? Okay, unless it's an egg roll. Raul, you have to remember, I live in Oklahoma, USA, and like Asian food down here is sweet and sour pork, egg roll, and cashew chicken. That's it. Bone broth? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've never eaten it. Don't need Botox. We'll bring on the bone marrow soup. Yeah, but in Oklahoma, you have to understand, like, if it's not Southern, we don't get it. That's it. That's just pretty much it. I grew up in the North, and I cook, I think, exactly like my mother. But yeah, you would not find bone marrow soup in Oklahoma. And like even their Italian food, we could get somewhat decent Italian food in Denver, probably because it was a big city, but down here, the Italian food, it's like basic pizza. That's it. And if they're offering anything else, don't order it. But then there's some things down here that are delicious and it's safe to eat. But I don't know. Food in America, I think, is more of a regional thing. Like you can get really good Italian back east. And the further west you go, the further screwed you are, in my experience. Don't ever order a Philly cheesesteak sandwich anywhere other than Philadelphia. That's it. Just don't do it because you'll hate yourself later. So I think food down here is regional. Now, one thing I did fix for us Saturday night, I'd heard about it, and it's especially so much lately, which I don't necessarily understand, but I heard about chicken and waffles. And so I made us chicken and waffles the other night. I have to say, that was uber delicious. It was really good. I will definitely be doing that again. But that's just because you're drinking a bottle of syrup. You save chicken bones to make. I used to do that. I don't do it anymore. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. All right, did I get all the spaces? I think I did. All right, let me hit it with a heat gun, and I'll do a few little designs. Let's do that Huggins design down there, but it's got to be completely dry first. So here we go. Heat gun. And Raul, I don't do Botox. I need Botox. I just don't do it. Pick some of that up. I just figure I'm going to age gracefully. I'm going to look old and I'm going to be okay with it, right? I have made bone broth, but I used it in other cooking and disguised it. All right, I think I'm just going to go with the black. All right, where's that big area? This area is the one that I said. All right. I'm going to go ahead and use a ruler. You guys knew I couldn't get away without using a ruler. Let's do Higgins in 3/8 inch squares. How about that? Won't be a huge pattern. Now I have to decide too if I want to draw it in black or white. Let's do it in black. And I'll try and do some shading on it with the watercolor. Drawing on camera is hard because you can't see any damn thing. Okay. Got myself a grid. Oh, Brenda, the Mexican food anywhere outside of Texas is, I eat it, and I've gotten used to it, but it's nothing like Mexican food. We used to go down to South Padre every winter and go across the border and eat in the border towns. One, their food was so inexpensive, it was ridiculous. I felt bad that we were paying so little for the food, and it was so good. It was almost criminal. You could go across the border and get like quail, pheasant, um, food that you were never going to find in America. And I like quail, I like pheasant. Um, certain game I don't care for, but quail and pheasant and stuff like that, I really love that. And then everything has avocados with it. Um, and yeah, they're like their tacos, all of their un-Americanized Mexican food was so delicious. Tamales on the street were delicious. Yeah, what we've done to Mexican food is pretty criminal, actually. Costco chicken? What, they have Mexican Costco chicken? What the hell? I get rotisserie chicken at Sam's Club, but it's always good, and I generally use it in other cooking. One thing I will say at Sam's Club, they sell these chicken enchiladas. They're really good. They're Americanized, but they're good Americanized. All right, let me think. Let me think. I think on this one where I want to do some shading, I was just sitting here thinking, well, do I do it with the watercolor? Um, I actually think I'm going to get out some colored pencil because I haven't used colored pencil on any of these yet, but I think the white for the shading on these will be really good. Did I say white for the shading? What I actually meant was white for the highlights. And then whatever color for the. Wish we hadn't started talking about Mexican food. It makes me miss the Mexican food restaurant that used to be right down the street. There were actually Mexicans that ran it and cooked, and that was good food. It really was. Nice people. Um, but COVID totally did them in, which really bummed me out because their food was so delicious. And now all I get is Taco Bell. All right, let's go ahead and finish this pattern because you're not going to see the finished piece, and I'll have it done before next Monday. I will post it on Instagram. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys what the prize is for this scavenger hunt. I just won't tell you how much. The prize for the scavenger hunt is a gift certificate to Amazon. So that's what Raul has to look forward to. And then he can decide whether or not he tells everybody or not. I didn't really mean for it to be a secret. I try and make it a nice gift, though. Because a lot of effort goes into it. Hopefully you didn't have to spend any money, though. All right, I'm going to get out the... where's Anina from? Anina's in Switzerland. How lucky are you? Oh, my God. I have to erase those lines first. So need white, and let's get a dark green. Probably the darkest green I have for that. Maybe kelp or Prussian. We'll just get out the whole wad. I'm going to have a mess to clean up anyway. Kelp is pretty dark. Yeah, let's use that one. I decided to do gift certificate because postage has gotten so insane. I have to leave it open to international, right? So that's why I do gift certificate, because I can just, he'll have it this evening because I can just email it. So, yeah. Hey, Dorothy. I don't know why I'm using that little eraser when I have a very cool big one. Do it in a hurry. All right, that looks good. And up until now, I haven't done shading and highlighting on these. Maybe on that last one I did a little bit, but if I do Zentangle like this, then I almost have to do the shading. So I don't know if it'll be a distraction or not. We're going to see, won't we? And because I'm doing this on watercolor paper, you know, it might be better. Well, no, this will be fine. I'm going to say if I use like a watercolor pencil. The other day at Hobby Lobby, they did have the Prismacolor water soluble pencils. I was so tempted, but they were only marked down 50%, so they were still pretty pricey in my opinion. And I didn't need them. Forgot a line right there. Did I get everything? One thing I could try, I don't know if Mineral spirits. Where did I put it? There it is. Oh, there's a green one. Let's try and smear it just a little bit. I did miss one. I haven't seen it. Oh, there it is. I see one. All right. Thanks, Terry. Well, it introduces another, oh, there's another one I missed. Another color of green in there. Don't know if I love it or not, but when it's done, you won't even notice anyway, so. I'll check in the camera here in a sec and see how it's working out. Well, yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. I like that, okay. And this is the one I picked up some of the paint, so I don't know how the highlighting is going to work here. We'll see. All right, that's cool. The first row under. First row under. What? What? Are you talking about this one over here? I forgot to draw that part. Damn, you guys are picky. All right. Did I get everything now? I think so. You guys are just jacking with me now, I think. I don't think you mean it at all. All right, should I repeat that pattern? I think I'll repeat it maybe over here. I like to repeat the patterns 2 or 3 times. Under row. All right. Under row. I don't care about your underoos. All right. Are you saying this, Raul? God, you cry babies. The white does, right, Vale? Remember that. It always does. A highlight makes everything better. All right, Raul, are you going to whine some more now? It's almost time for me to end. But yeah, I like that pattern in there. Second row, third from the left. Fourth from the right. When I see it, it's probably going to jump out at me, but I am not seeing it. What am I missing here? I'm not sure if you guys are talking that the first row. Second row, third from the left. I am not seeing it. How can I miss it? Okay, here's a little one up here that I missed a little bit. Now, you guys are going to have me second guessing everything I touch, aren't you? Read Marty's whole comment. Okay, Marty, what the hell? Hey, View. Janet, read all Marty's message. Okay, hang on. Oh, Marty, you look smart ass. View, these people are just jacking with me. They're trying to see. They want me to go insane. They're promoting it. And somebody probably has a bet. Who's going to win all the money? Freakazoids. All right. Anyway, I hope this Celtic knot demo was helpful. This is probably the best one to learn from, honestly. And then this one is pretty easy too. So I might do another quick demo. I'm gonna mess with it this week and tell you where I went wrong. Hey, Coloring View, did you see that Dee Dee worked on the Beauty and the Beast coloring page that you guys had picked out? She did really good. She really did. She always does. So you probably not surprised there, but yeah, that is, I agree with you, View. That is not a page I would have picked, but Dee Dee, just like the trooper that she is, jumped right in both feet and killed it. Another thing that might be fun is if I go ahead and shade around the actual shape, because that will make it look like it's depressed a little bit. So now y'all can start picking on me for this. Crybabies. Pretty settled, but I think when I'm done, and I'm going to do it to all of them, so I'll have to. Yeah, that looks like it's depressed. Okay, you watch the replay? Okay, well, I'll come and watch yours. I don't know if you're going to do it live or if you'll video it or what, or if I'll even be able to be there, but I'll come watch for sure. You might play with knots. Well, I'll work on them after a meeting I have online. But I'm more fun. Thank you, Brenda. Smooch on your face. All right, you guys, I'm going to clean up my mess here and fix us something to eat. And hopefully keep your fingers crossed that my weather is good this week so I can get out and do some yard work and get dirty that way. And congratulations, Raul, for winning the giveaway. I will send you a message on Instagram in the next hour, okay? So, okay, good, Terry. It does add view or depth when you add the shading. Okay, go over and share. Taco Bell is an abomination. Marguerite, you're so right. Thank you, ego brain. My alter ego brain. Conspiracy. All right, you guys. It's been fun hanging with you this morning, this afternoon at my house. I will see you again at Dee Dee's on Wednesday. So go out in the world and try and be kind. No stormy weather for you. See, that's what I don't know, Vale. I'm going to have to look. Kat, thanks for coming. You didn't miss much, Dorothy. Okay, you just shared this video. Thank you, View. Smooch on your face. All right, go out and be kind. Don't punch anybody. I'll do the same. Yeah. Love you guys. Do you have to be nice? No, just don't hurt anybody, View. That's my goal whenever I have to deal with people. Shut up and don't hurt anybody. Okay, that's my advice to you. Just shut up and don't hurt anybody. All right? All right. Love you guys. Adios, amigos.